Hello my dear students, how are you? Let us today discuss how to convert a complex number which is given in rectangular form to its polar form. The rectangular form is x plus iota y and the polar form is r cos of theta plus iota sin of theta. Once the rectangular form is given, x and y is known to you. So this unknown r and theta can be calculated using the formula r equals to under root x square plus y square. This is called modulus of complex number, indicated as mod z, and tan theta equals to y by x or theta equals to tangent inverse y by x. This is called the argument of complex number, and when we represent in the polar form, we take the principal argument. We always take the principal argument. Already we have discussed that theta can have infinite values differing by a value of 2 pi. So what is the principal argument? That will be a unique value. And before we proceed further to solve the questions, let us draw the Argand diagram. Here we have simply drawn the Argand diagram. Real z is plotted along x-axis and imaginary part of complex number iota y is plotted along y-axis. In the first quadrant, we know that real part of z is positive, imaginary part of z is positive. Then the theta will be same as you have calculated using this formula, tan inverse y by x. Okay. If we are given a complex number such that the real z is negative and imaginary part of z is positive, means x is negative and iota y is positive, then we first calculate theta by using this formula, and then the principal argument will be calculated by formula pi minus theta. We have to subtract it from the pi. Okay. Now comes to the third quadrant where the x is negative as well as iota y component will also be negative, or we can say the real part of z is negative, imaginary part of given complex number is negative. In that case, principal argument will be theta minus pi. Remember, it is theta minus pi. In the fourth quadrant, where the real part of z is positive and the imaginary part is negative, means x is positive value but iota y is a negative value, then whatever theta will come, it will be the principal argument only. You need not to add or subtract anything from this value. Okay, so by keeping this in mind, let us now try to solve one question. Let us solve the first question. Here the z is equals to 1 plus iota is given. If we compare it with the standard form, it is x plus iota y. You come to know that x is 1 and y is also 1. Both x and y are positive. Now r is under root x square plus y square. R equals to 1 square plus 1 square. R is equal to under root 2. This is the modulus we have calculated. Now we are going to calculate the argument. Argument theta is equals to tan inverse y by x. Theta is equals to tan inverse 1 by 1. So this value theta will be pi by 4 radian. And remember, this argument is our principal argument. Why? Because both x and y are positive. Our real part is positive, our imaginary part is positive. Our complex number is lying in the first quadrant of the Argand diagram. So now the complex number can be represented in its polar form as z is equals to under root 2 cos of pi by 4 plus iota sin pi by 4. Let us go for the second case. Another numerical, z is equals to 2 iota. It's a pure imaginary, no real part is there. Again compare it with, we get x equals to 0, y equals to 2. So r is equal to 0 square plus 2 square. 0 square is 0, 2 square is 4. R is equal to under root of 4. Under root of 4 is 2. So the value of r is now calculated. Let us calculate now argument. Argument theta is equals to tangent inverse y by x, 2 by 0, and 2 by 0 is something by 0 is always infinity. So tangent inverse tan pi by 2. So theta is pi by 2 radian here. And is this argument or principal argument? Think first. Yes. In which quadrant? No. Yes. In this case, x is 0 and y is 2. Imaginary part is positive. So we are plotting. I am showing you the first sheet again. Now our number is lying on the positive imaginary axis only. Say it is here only. Okay, this is the value 2 iota. It lies on the positive axis only, y axis only. It lies on the imaginary axis only. So whatever angle we have calculated, it is our principal argument. Theta is pi by 2. So now substitute the value, you get z is equals to 2 cos of pi by 2 plus iota sin pi by 2. This is the polar form of our desired number. Z is equals to 2 iota. In the first case, the number was lying in the first quadrant. In the second case, the number was imaginary. It was lying on the positive imaginary axis. Let us go for the second case. Here z is equals to minus 1 minus iota. Note that our real part is negative. Our imaginary part is also coming out to be negative. Okay. Both x and y are negative. So where do we lie? We will lie somewhere in the third quadrant. Okay. Before that, let us find out the modulus of principal modulus of this complex number. R equals to minus 1 square plus minus 1 square. R is equals to under root 2. Yes. Theta is equals to tangent inverse y by x, or theta is equals to tan inverse minus 1 by 1. So you can calculate, ma'am, this is coming out to be 1. So angle must be pi by 4. But this is the argument. This is not going to be the principal argument. What we have to do? Again, we have to consider the word. What? Argand diagram. X is negative, imaginary part is negative. See here in the third quadrant, real part of z is negative, imaginary part of z is negative. So how to calculate principal argument? Yes, it is theta minus pi. So theta now you have calculated pi by 4. Subtract pi from it, you get minus 3 pi by 4. This is the principal argument. Now so simply substitute the values. Z is equals to root 2 cos of minus 3 pi by 4 plus iota sin of minus 3 pi by 4. This is the polar form of this complex number minus 1 minus iota. The only thing that you have to keep in mind here is that the calculation of principal argument, for which you have to consider where do our real and imaginary part lie. If it is in the first quadrant or fourth quadrant, then you need not to consider anything. You need not to remember anything. Yes, but it is if it is in the second quadrant or in the third quadrant of Argand diagram, then we have to consider a number of things, and we will discuss it with some more examples. Let us go for the next case. The third example is z is equals to, let us take another example. Z is equals to 1 plus iota square upon 1 minus iota. Okay, z is equals to 1 plus iota square upon 1 minus iota. But if you try to find out how to calculate now the complex number, it is not in the form of x plus iota y. So first we have to simplify this number. Okay, let us write z is equals to, this is 1 plus iota square. A plus b square is a square plus b square, yes, plus 2ab. Okay, and in the denominator it is 1 minus iota. Now z is equals to, what was the value of iota square? Iota is equals to under root minus 1, and iota square is equals to minus 1 under into minus 1. So iota square will be minus 1. Substitute this value here, plus 2 iota upon 1 minus iota. So now you can write z is equals to 2 iota upon 1 minus iota. Oh my god, still it is not in the desired form x plus iota y. So whenever you are getting this kind of number, better you go for rationalization. Means we are going to multiply numerator and denominator by the complex conjugate of this denominator. Okay, in the denominator it was 1 minus iota. So now I am going to multiply and divide it the number by 1 plus iota upon 1 plus iota. In the complex conjugate, only the sign of imaginary part is changed. Minus iota has become plus iota. Okay, so now go for z is equals to 2 iota 1 plus iota upon, this is 1 minus iota 1 plus iota. Okay, so now z is equals to, open this bracket, 2 iota plus 2 iota square, and in the denominator it is of the form a minus b, a plus b. So you can write 1 square minus iota square. So what is the value of z? Z is equals to this 2 iota plus 2, again this iota square is minus 1 upon 1, iota square is minus 1. So z is equals to 2 iota minus 2 upon minus minus plus. So 1 plus 1, 2. So z is equals to 2 iota minus 2 upon 2, or now you can write it is iota minus 1. But we were used to write the real part first, imaginary part afterwards. So let us express in that standard form. Z is equals to minus 1 plus iota. So the number that was given 1 plus iota square upon 1 minus iota is now coming in the standard form. Z is equals to minus 1 plus iota. Z is equals to minus 1 plus iota. Okay, so now what we will do? Yes, the same steps. Compare it with the standard form, x plus iota y, x equals to minus 1, y equals to 1, and let us calculate r. R is equals to x square plus y square. R is equals to under root minus 1 square plus 1 square. R is equals to 1 plus 1. R is equals to under root 2. Okay, so one thing is clear, that modulus of this complex number is equals to R equals to under root 2. Next we are going to calculate its argument. Tan inverse theta is equals to tan inverse y by I. Theta is equals to tan inverse y by x. Y is 1, x is minus 1. So theta is equals to pi by 4. Okay, theta is equals to pi by 4. This is only our argument. We want to find out the principal argument. So check, where do our number lie? This is our Argand diagram, and this is the imaginary z, real z, and here it is imaginary z, and this was our real z. Okay, so where do our number lie? Our x is negative. Our x is negative, but imaginary part is positive. So our number is lying somewhere here. It is in the second quadrant. So whenever the number is given second quadrant, then principal argument is pi minus theta. So you get pi minus pi by 4, and it will be 3 pi by 4. Okay, or here you, because the minus is coming, you can also say that angle can be written as 3 pi by 4 also. But which will be our principal argument? Which of these we have to write with the polar form? So that can be checked only when you check where do our number lie because it is in second quadrant, and we said that if the number is lying in the second quadrant of Argand diagram, then the argument is, principal argument is given by pi minus theta. I am applying same here. So I am going to reject pi by 4. I am going to select 3 pi by 4. So now our number can be written as r is equals to under root 2 cos 3 pi by 4 plus iota sine of 3 pi by 4. Okay. So in this particular question, not only you have learned how to convert the complex number in its polar form, but you have also learned that if the given complex number is not in its standard form, how to convert in its standard form. If it is given in this division form, numerator upon denominator like, then always go for rationalization. How to rationalize? You have to multiply the numerator and denominator by the complex conjugate of denominator. Okay, our number should be in the simple form before we go for the conversion into the polar form. Another thing that you have to keep in mind that we have to calculate both modulus as well as principal argument of complex number. We can easily calculate r, but sometimes we get confused while calculating the principal argument. So always remember this Argand diagram, then you will never be get confused and you will get the full marks. This was our fourth question. Okay, hope each and everything is clear to you. Yes, every time we are going to solve the question, writing the formula is a must. Writing the formula is a must. Why? Because in the question, marks are given for each and every step. Every time this formula r is equals to root x square plus y square, the theta equal to tan inverse y by x, maybe they are given a total of half marks has been assigned. If the question is of 2 marks, maybe 1 mark or maybe 1.5, depending upon whether the question is of 1 mark, 2 mark or 4 mark. Okay, if this was a big question, you have to convert into the simple form, then you calculate the modulus and then argument. Even the argument there was confusion. So such kind of question can be asked in 4 marks also. We have to prepare them accordingly. Okay, so this is enough for today. Okay, bye, love you, we will meet again.